gym and I get to hang out with athletes all day. Like, people ask me why I work so much and why I'm in the office so late. And it's like, there hasn't been a day where it's even bothered me. It's just one of those things where we're so fortunate to have the opportunities coming our way that we do, because we've put ourselves in that position, that I'm never going to let one of those opportunities go by. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure we're number one at the end of the day, that we really feel like that we've figured this out, and we're never going to get there. But like I said before, if we don't continue to put ourselves in these positions, we're never going to figure it out for any of us. And I think what we've been able to see on the athlete side of the passion that we've reignited in a lot of athletes that we have, just by giving them a place to be themselves and giving them opportunities to take their careers to the next level, has been like all I've ever asked for. And I could have never imagined that we've come this far, and that we're only 2.5 years into this thing is pretty wild. And it's been the ride I never imagined, that's for sure.
It's crazy cool that you say that, because that's what this community does for us, right? Like, it's, Gabe from Paper Street Coffee, he just had this crazy hobby that he was doing, and he was like, oh, I'm going to jump in and I'm just going to go all in with it. Travis from Vindicate, same thing. Like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to jump in. Primal Mobility, all the podcasters that are trying to stream things and whatnot. You guys, even Taylor, when she wanted to, or Tia, when she wanted to do this crazy thing called CrossFit and see where it takes her, and then they decide to go all in, and now here everybody is. That to me is what this community is. Whether it's just your health and well-being and being able to pick up your grandkids, or it's you starting your own business, or it just seems that this is where it is. This is where you do it. This is how you find your friends, you find the people that lift you up. And it's cool to hear you say that, because looking at it from a fan perspective, it's just like, holy crap, it's Nick Johnston from Proven. He like coaches all these crazy athletes, like seeing you at events. It's like, it's freaking Nick Johnston, or it's Tia Claire Toomey, or it's, whoever. But you're not like, you're just like us. Like, you had all the same opportunities as everybody else. And it's crazy cool to watch you guys do it and help other people do it in the same time.
Yeah, I can't stand when people come in here thinking like, they had it figured out. They came in here, they set the groundwork, and they just like knew exactly that was going to happen along the way. Because one, this sport's way too new for anyone to claim that, right? Like, it's changed so much every year to year that like BS, right? Like, there's no way that you knew what was going to happen to your company year after year. And there's nobody that like cannot give back to just being an affiliate as why we're all where we are. Like, at the end of the day, when I was in Michigan, and Taylor reminds me of this often, I was working at 6 different CrossFit gyms just to be full-time. Like, I was literally driving, because it was just such a new thing in Michigan. Nobody could offer a full-time position. Yeah. And she would remind me, because this is when we were dating long-term, like long distance, and we would just text. And she's like, do you understand, like, with gas and food, like, you're not making any money. Shut up. I'm trying to be a coach. And like, truly, like, at the time, like, you look back on it and you can laugh at it. But at the time, I truly knew, like, if I can just give all I can give to this one thing, I'm going to work it out. Like, I don't care if I'm making money or not. Like, something good is going to come of it, whether it's me being successful as a coach or it's pivoting to something else like I'm in now. If you put those values into place and you just continue to strive to be better, rather than just saying, oh, well, I didn't make money my first year, I'm going to quit and go get a job that's safe and I can go work as a sales guy at some company and sit behind a desk. Like, that's a very safe thing to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's probably going to work for you. But it just is, how much do you want on top of that? And how much do you want to show your wife, your kids, whoever it may be, that you've created something over time, and you can look back on a legacy that you feel like you really built yourself, right? And that's not for everybody, but if you really do feel that way, you're going to be one of those people that dives all in. You don't really ask questions, but you figure it out along the way. And hey, maybe 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work, but that one time that it does, it's going to reignite something into you to where you feel that fire and you're going to keep going after it. And I would say there's still days today where I sit at this desk and I think, man, like, this could be gone tomorrow. I don't have any of this figured out. And these people are doing that, and these people are doing this, and we're so far behind. And then I'll wake up the next day and I'll get emails from maybe one of our affiliates or members that are on our track that tell us all these things that are happening to them that have been great over time. Or I'll have a conversation with one of our athletes that's been with us for a long time that talk about, hey, like, you guys have changed my life in so many different ways, even just outside of competition. I'm just in a good spot because of what you guys have taught me from a foundational level. Like, those are the things that show us we're on the right path. And I think it's so easy to kind of get complacent and to get lazy for people once they get to a place of success like we could do right now. And that's where Tia and Shane have just taught me so much, because I've never really seen them content with anything they've done. There's never been a time where we sit around in a pizza party and say, man, look at how cool we are. We did this. There's never been a single moment like this in 3 years. And that's not, we should definitely celebrate our wins, but that's also, it keeps us very cognizant of the fact that we're nowhere close to where we want to be. And because we act that way in the mindset that we have, that's why we continue to do what we do. And I think we just see so many companies that they get to a certain point of where they think they should have gone, and 2 years later, we never see them again, right? Because they get to that safe space. And I think you'll find, you talk about Travis and you talk about the other people, if you go all in on this thing, and like something that we talk about is like burning the ships. If you leave nothing behind, you have nothing to fall back on. So you have to keep pushing those. And that's what puts people in a place of real success over time.
Yeah, I was going to say that what I'm realizing with all the people that we've, been fortunate to meet and talk to on this podcast is the permission to take risks, or the encouragement to go take risks, and I think that that's been something that's been helpful for me, because coming from a place of watching people just settle, but also struggle to even just settle, it almost didn't give permission to go take those risks, because those risks were never going to pay off. But watching you guys you guys are a couple steps ahead of us. Like you said, like, you guys feel in a way you guys are a little bit behind because you're brand new. You guys are newer to the space. Like, we kind of feel the same way too in some points, but like, we're still moving ahead. We're still taking those risks. And I think seeing you and seeing Trav and seeing Gabe and everybody in this space that just is like, fuck it, I'm going to take a risk, and whatever the fuck happens is going to happen. And you do find those moments where things have changed. I think the coolest thing for us is meeting people like you guys and making friends from this podcast. And it's like, even if that's what it is, like, that's really fucking cool from where we were before we started.